Hi, welcome back. After the part one, are we all ready for the part two, the next episode? So, what's the delay? The title of part two is The First Milestone. Let's see what's there in the first milestone. Come to learn and go to serve is a very noble theme, and we all understand it deeply, sincerely, that this needs to be the part of an education system. Unfortunately, the old mindsets practice something else. Whether the person is a student, parents, teachers, institutions, everywhere in the society, people think of education system as a medium for their self-importance. It's a stubborn anchor rigidly installed in the human minds and in the collective social minds. Have you read this? If you read and write, you shall be the monarch. And if you jump and play, your future is dark. Remember the Hindi of it, I'm sure. पढ़ोगे लिखोगे तो बनोगे नवाब. खेलोगे कूदोगे तो होगे खराब. Although we present it in a funny way, this is the reality with which the current education system thrives, and we are all victims of it. But as a sincere citizen, as a sensitive parents, as a responsible thought leader, hold your heart and ask yourself, is this true education or is it conditioning? When the mind is conditioned, nothing original can come out of it. So let's first of all inquire, so why service, not self? In order to answer this, I will ask you to go in any corner of life. In every sector of human life, you would find the two opposites prevail: good, evil, right, wrong, hot, cold. As I was thinking about this, I suddenly remember a profound quotation of Swami Vivekananda, and I translated the theme of that quotation in Hindi. Vistar hi जीवन hai, संकुचन मृत्यु. Vistar, संकुचन, the opposites. सारा प्रेम विस्तार है और सारा स्वार्थ संकुचन. Prem on one side, Swarth on the other side. Perhaps for the first time, Swami Vivekananda preached. It is not hate, which is essentially the opposite of love. Selfishness is the opposite of love. And then he goes forward to say, इसीलिए प्रेम ही उत्तम जीवन की एकमात्र कला है. So on one side, we have expansion, on the other side, contraction. Love is expansion, selfishness is contraction. Love, therefore, is the only law of life. But where is love? Do we remember even Sant Kabir, who beautifully said, पूथी पढ़ पढ़ जग मुआ, पंडित हुआ न कोय, ढाई अक्षर प्रेम का, पढ़े सो पंडित हुए. So, true education is the education of love, which is missing in the system today. Unfortunate outcomes of this old paradigm of education. I have something very funny to share with you. In an interview situation in an engineering company, they advertised, a lot of people applied, and one smart young man came in and he impressed the interviewer with his wonderful presentations. He had almost convinced through the things that he had done in the past. He is an original thinker and a very creative person, and he would solve the problems in a unique, different way, not in a conventional manner. The interviewer was apparently pleased and intrigued, and he said, we also need creative people, problem solvers. The interviewee was very happy. He said, my selection is almost certain. So he gained courage and faced the interviewer and said, But, sir, I have one problem. What problem? The interviewer asks. And the guy softly mentions, sir, I don't have an engineering degree. Interviewer was taken aback and said, oh my God, then this job is not yours. Do you see the dichotomy? Do you see the mixed value? That's the outcome, unfortunate outcome of the education system. We say something and we do something else. I have worked hard for you and identified 7 unfortunate outcomes. Give me your attention, please, and check up. Aren't these the real outcomes of the old paradigm in education? Let's go one by one. The old paradigm teaches how to follow patterns and norms. बस नियमों का पालन करो. The old paradigm discourages originality. नयापन को दबा दो. Old paradigm is academic mindset. सिर्फ किताबों तक सीमित रहो. Old paradigm has created this dehumanization. Human beings have become machines. Insan nahi, machine. And that's not all. We are not humans, we are just data. And mixed value I have already shared with you in that incidents of the interview. हमारी मूल्य भ्रमित हो गया है. And last but not the least, the old paradigm promotes ego, consumption, and competition all the way. अहंकार, उपभोक्ता और प्रतिद्वंद्विता इसी को बढ़ावा देता है. My dear friends, we are on a point of no return. What does it mean? I have something interesting for you. See this brief, short 1-minute video. Once in Europe, a flight was just about to take off when the pilot discovered a serious defect in the machine. What will he do? Can anything be done? There was panic all the way, lot of tensions, and the pilot approached the control tower, seeking permission to land in the neighboring highway. Permission was not granted. There was no return possible, no solution possible except to take the flight on, and then he saved the passengers by landing on the river. Point of no return. It's not just about that aircraft, it is about the systems. The damage is too serious to be repaired now. It's time to wake up, my friend. So let's leave behind our old paradigm and embrace the new one, because it is too late to correct the flaw. We need a new beginning. The whole humanity is on a crossroad. And as far as child development is concerned, you cannot afford to take a chance. We really need a new outlook. So what have we ignored, my friend? हमने क्या नजरअंदाज किया है? हमने एक ऐसी शक्ति को नजरअंदाज किया है जो सबसे ज्यादा रिलायबल सोर्स रहा है. The one that sustains life. And the one that teaches interdependence, coexistence, harmony, service, balance. What have we ignored, my friend? Unfortunately, that's not exactly the right question to ask. The question is, whom have we ignored? Because it is not what. It is the living, most powerful power, Mother Nature, Human beings are disaligned with Mother Nature. In their selfish pursuits, they have adventured to overtake the ways of the Mother Nature and brought this catastrophe in every sector of human life. So, welcome to Vikashalaya. It's a new canvas that we have painted. In this very important slide, I will give you some basic informations. On one side, I will quickly let you know what is Vikashalaya, what is Matrikul, and what is Arati. A pleasant picture. The venue is Santiniketan. Of course, this is just an image. Vikashalaya is a flagship unit of Arati. And what is Arati? It's a New Delhi-based registered non-profit organization. And a network of development centers called Matrikul will be built under Vikashalaya at various locations. So you know the chain. Arati is the mother, Vikashalaya is the flagship, and Matrikul is the home for the underprivileged. The first Matrikul is coming up at Shantiniketan, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's a favorite tourist destination surrounded by nature and tribal villages, an ideal location for development of children. Tagore had said, if you take children away from nature, you will make them machines. And that's what has happened today. And on the other side, it's a new approach to nurturing children in nature. Here, we have said, what is Vikashalaya, Matrikula, and Arati? And this important part will give you a first-hand idea about what will be the culture in our Vikashalaya Matrikul. There are 4 important points. I would request your attention. Matrikul is a home-come development center under direct supervision of the trust and trained child mentors to facilitate nature-based knowledge to the children. Nurture underprivileged children aged only 3 to 5 years to become change makers, because that's the time when it's an open mind, the most impressionable period of life. A unique nature-based development system inspired by Rabindranath Tagore's life and work. Mind you, Shantiniketan is the place where Tagore had established outdoor learning beyond the 4 walls of the schools. And most important, here children evolve from learners to mentors. Grown-up children will mentor their younger peers through first-hand experiences, fostering constant mutual growth. That is the culture of Vikashalaya, where mentoring will be the central culture at all levels. At the student level, at the employees level, at the management level. And that was the end of the part 2. What's next? Are you ready to shape the future of these children? And that is the most important set of slides which you will experience in part 3. So have a good time, reflect on what we have learned, and let me come back and meet you on part 3.